Good evening, my dear brothers, sisters, friends. Today is the Friday, June the 7th, 2019. I'm very honored to be here to visit this Thâ y Thi temple in Pensacola, Florida. How are you this evening? You well? Thank you for coming. You know that in Buddhist practice, we have a term called impermanent. Impermanent means nothing will stay with us forever. Everything will be changed. Just like a baby, because of impermanent, that's why the baby grow up as a teenager and adult. Our parents, they are young, and beside that, we grow up as an adult, and they are become senior. That means they get older each day. So that's why when we talk about impermanent, doesn't mean that term will depress us about, the sadness of life. But we recognize about the impermanence on two ways. In positive, that means everything will be changed from worse to best, from little to bigger, from very bad situation into a better situation. That is a positive way. So another way, things will change. We grow up, we have a lot of things to do, to face every day. And our parents also, they get older. And the day that they depart from us is very soon, close to. I never think that when I have a chance to come back here, I don't have a chance to meet the previous Abbast. Because sickness can come to us anytime. Death can come to us anytime. So that's why when we still can be together, wholeheartedly be there for each other. Because life will be changed, and I don't know, we never know what's happening tomorrow. We look at a lady with her pregnancy, we can tell when is the due date for her. We can ask, what is your due date? She may tell us, anytime in June, anytime in July, because the doctor informed she will deliver the baby in that month. But we unable to tell, I die tomorrow, because that is something we never know before. And that is why when we talk about impermanent, we wholeheartedly be there for someone we love, especially our mother, our father. I travel a lot to share Buddhist practice to many families, many cities, many states in USA, in Canada, and also around the world. If I have my schedule in my city, then that's the only weekend I'm home, and the rest of the extra weekends I travel. And that's why I don't have a chance to meet my mom and my dad often. Sometimes I don't have a chance to talk with her. We live in the same city, and she only 50 minutes away from my temple. But because I have my schedule, she has her schedules too. So that's why sometimes I call her and visit her on my way to the airport. So sometime, just last week, she made me some vegetarian dish, and she sent to the temple. I enjoy it, but I haven't had a chance to tell her, to thanks to her, and to appreciate what she did. So I did that this early morning on the way to Florida. I called and I said, thank you, Mom, for your dish, and I love that dish, stuff like that. So I know that sometimes as a young age, we have a lot of things that we want to do, like sometimes we're willing to spend hours in our room alone with Facebook, with someone we talk on the other side. But we really hate if Mom knock on our door, call us out for lunch, call us out for dinner, go to shower, stuff like that. And I know, Mom, but actually we know nothing. What do we know? I know what to do, but we never know that she will not have this much chance to do this for us. We have a very close communication with our friends, but remember, your friends will never call you to do that. Your friend will never tell you, take shower, go for lunch, what you want to eat, I will make for you. Only mom and dad will. And sometimes we complain, I'm old enough, I'm not a baby. Why you have to control me all the time? Why you overlove? But remember, we complain if mom have overload, but we will complain if our girlfriend and boyfriend, they don't have overlove for us, and we will complain, we will be sad. We will really love if they overlove us. But we will never appreciate the overlove of mom and dad. I don't want to lecture you, but this is me. What I talk to you is I also talk to me. Because sometimes when I was young, I also did that. And even now, I'm 46. My mom also thinks that I'm still a baby. She can call me every day and tell, Thầy, remember to drink sữa, milk. She will to remind me, take medication, stuff like that. And when I travel and I talk to her, and she said, how are you? Don't worry about me. Do your thing. What you want to do for the Buddha, just do it. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. But actually, she is not okay. But as a mother, they never want to make us feel bad, So the word impermanent means things change. And how they change. We say, oh, this flower will be last in 2 weeks. That TV will be last in 2 years because they have guarantee. But our life, no guarantee. We go to the store, we buy a lot of electric things, devices, and they all have guarantee. They will tell us 2 years, 1 year, whatever, but we have lot of guarantee paper we to keep. So if there is some broken happen to our devices, we may change, but we have no guarantee paper for our life. So then what is the guarantee for us here? We can ask ourselves a question. I have lot of guarantee paper, but what about me? My life? My mom, my dad, my loved one, do I have any guarantee paper in hand? No. And because of that, that's why we wholeheartedly use it, live with it. Because if that comes, no regret. Maybe now we keep hearing mom repeat everything the same. But you know that this kind of thing will never happen to us when we grow up and when they died. So impermanent is a big term, a big reflection for all of us. Reflect. Buddhism is not a religion where you come just for faith. Buddhism is the direction, will bring us to the destination of happiness. Because Buddhism offers us the mirror to reflect, the instruction to reflect, how should we live and make sure we live right. Just like when we have devices, we want to learn how to use this. If we have a very expensive iPhone, but we don't know how to use them, all the icons are there, and it's waste. So therefore, we really want to learn how to use everything. Then we learn how to live, how to use our speech, how to use our life, how to use our youth, our age, our young. because we don't want to waste them. So when you are young, use it. Use it doesn't mean waste it. Waste, that means we using drugs, alcohol. We drink, we smoke, that means we waste it. Use it, that means we use it meaningfully. We don't want to spend, time for meaningless things. So again, keep in mind, we do not come to the temple just to bow the statue of the Buddha. The 3 bows we bow just to show our appreciation, our gratitude to the Buddha, our teacher who showed us the way. But the most important thing is we able to apply what the Buddha taught in daily life. This temple named Diệu Đế. Diệu means wonderful. Đế means the truth. Diệu Đế means the wonderful truth. What is the truth here? Life is short. We all will be dying. We all will be sick. We all getting older. This is the truth. And if you can see this truth, you use it, you appreciate it, it's become wonderful. So impermanent, something, I don't like change. But if things not change, we never hear. I'm not here. This morning, on my first flight to Florida here, in my city, it's a big rain. So I worry my flight will be delayed. So if I delay in Edmonton, in Canada, and I also delay in Houston, my connection flight, and I will delay here, and I will miss you because you come, but I'm not arrived yet. So when I arrive in Pensacola, I'm very happy because I made it. So sometimes we have to live in that way. Any day that you live your day full, you live your day full with, you do what you can do for your loved one. Declare, I have a full day. Sometimes we have 24 hours a day, but totally empty because we don't use it right. So if you use your day right, that is your full day. So before you go to bed, make sure that declaration make you have a good sleep. I reflect my day and I found I use it. I used my day correctly. I made it. Just the same happy as you do something right. When you go to school, we have a math, we do something and we have a good mark. When we take the exam out, we say, I made it. Yeah, we made it. But how much we made and what did we make? Oh, I learned smoke. Now I have no problem with smoking. I made it. That's a negative made. So we all made it every day. But what we made? We make something to please us, to please others, or we just please ourselves, but we don't care to others. This is something we have to ask. So I know sometimes, we hate things happen in the house, like knock door all the time, just for lunch, for dinner, study, bedtime, stuff like that. But you will miss those kind of reminding. So when you still have people around you and tell you something, that is your pleasure. Because sometimes nobody attention to us. So make sure if around you people still pay attention to you, that means they still love you. If one day they don't care about you, you do what you do, then that's sad. You free, but that is a very lonely free. Lonely freedom. I don't have my personal family, my own family, but I know that I have a big family. Anywhere I go, I have brothers, sisters, auntie, uncles, mom and dad, grandparents, they're all around me and take care for me. So that nurtured me a lot. Because I left home since I am 15 years old. So 30 years I live in the life of a monastic. I don't have my own family. I don't see my parents much. But I know that they're happy for me because what I'm doing. So again, tonight, I know sometimes some of you like to be here. Some of you are forcing to here because your mom and dad, they're forcing you to come. And maybe, you think your mom and dad will see, oh, Thầy is good, but in you, I don't know who's him. I don't care what about him. I just want to remind, a very brief, tiny thing that's very important in our daily life. If you come to see someone, they only express their love in words. You never feel. But if you can see their love, you can receive their love in action. And this is the full of love. I remember when I was young, I memorized a poem. But in that sentences, only one sentence, we should pay attention. Even though you travel the whole world, the whole planet, and you receive a lot of romantic love, but none of the love can compare to the love of your parents. Because the love of the parents have no purpose. They never ask for anything to return. But you like that girl, you like that boy, you want to return. And she also want to return. He also want to return. You can break your promise with your mom. Mom, I will be home to bring you to grocery, mom. And you may call home, I'm sorry, mom, I'm busy. You can do that 100 times to her. But if you do this 3 times with your girlfriend, done. So I hope that you enjoy your time, enjoy your, the time together with your loved one. Thank you for your listening and your attention.
So how do you embrace change?
What kind of change?
Let's say changes like things came to you without you wanting it to impact you in a hard way.
Thank you for your good question. Câu hỏi của em là làm sao mình có thể ôm ấp được những cái thay đổi trong cuộc sống, và đặc biệt là những cái thay đổi mình không muốn. In our daily life, there are things that we like, things we never like. But remember, something you don't like doesn't mean they never come to you. Something you like doesn't mean they will come to you. Something is totally opposite, right? In this kind of situation, you can reflect. First is about your merits, your good deeds that you have. Or this is something you can reflect as a challenge. Because this is part of life. Negative are part of life. We cannot only accept the positive and forgot about the negative. For example, why the Buddha sit on a lotus? Actually, the Buddha doesn't sit on any lotus. But when we portray the Buddha, we always make the Buddha sit on the lotus, walk on the lotus. Because the lotus is a flower that must grow in the mud. Without the mud, we never have lotus. It symbolizes for the one who live in this entire world, but we do not influence by the mud. You live in these negative environments, but you do not influence by this environment. You are the lotus. And again, if we have no mud, the flower of the lotus cannot grow. So you don't have problems, negatives. You never grow up. You never get sick. You never get sick. You never appreciate when you are no sick. It's a good day. So it's good that sometimes we have something negative, because that always gives us a better appreciation when we have a better situation. And remember that the medications have the capacity to heal us. And if we know that all kind of teachings, just similar to medication, they have the capacity to help us to overcome our sickness. So first of all, you have to accept. You cannot run away from negatives. Secondly, if you know what's wrong with you, you can find the right way to help that. For example, you have toothache, you find something to help for your toothache. You have headache, you find something that helps for your headache. Not the point is you sit there and complain whether you have what kind of problems. The practice is you know what's going on, you're looking for the right treatment, so it helps you to overcome. But do not try to run away, do not try to refuse, because you cannot, because this is part of life. Example, if you go to school, you cannot tell your teacher, even now you're in grade 10, but you tell your teacher, I only want grade 5 math. Do not give me any other math, I cannot do it. No, you have to take the math the same as your age. You in grade 8, you take grade 8 math. You grade 10, you will do grade 10 math. Life will upgrade, problems will upgrade compared to your age. And the practicing here is you have the medications, how to help everything to overcome. Just sickness. You cannot run away from sickness. But once you know what kind of sickness, then you have the treatment. That's all we can do.
But what if you don't have the medication to your problems?
You have looking for. You cannot sit in there.
What if you can't find it?
You can find it if you find the right teacher. Remember, just because we do not meet the point or to see that person to help us yet, but there is medication. Okay, and beside that, you also try your best. Let's say a tiger, a lion in the forest, in the wild. Nobody there to come to take care for the wound when they have injured. So what the lion do? The lion will find a cave, a place where he feels safe, and he will lie down there just to make that healing. Sometimes our problems, we just need to find some quiet area, spot, just to calm down, to see. Sometimes it's already hurt, but the more you're running around, the more you hurt more. You just need to find a place just to calm yourself down. Okay? And that's why people try to open a lot of retreat centers, monasteries, so where you can come and rest. Sometimes you cannot talk, you cannot do anything. You just you need some quiet time in order to heal yourself, because you are just like a tiger. Nobody can do anything for you. But just find yourself a quiet time. Let that wound, let that injury, slowly recover by the calmness, by your quiet practice. You can looking for more information. There are a lot of centers that help young people to overcome their struggling. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Dr.